Yeah, but hey, how could you hate Luger and the Giant
Yes.
against Knuckles Nelson
And
T-rantula?
I didn't hate this. I
am pretty sure that T-rantula was Bray Wyatt. Am I wrong?
He's too big.
too tall.
T-rantula.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me tell you something, everybody.
I knew he was going to be enthralled with this
Let
guy.
me tell you something. Perhaps you've heard of Anderson the Spider Silva.
Yeah.
He's got a
I see
spider
where you're
gimmick.
going with this, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Kendall Grove, I believe, was also the spider.
Because they're long and lanky.
They're long and fucking lanky.
Like a daddy long legs. Yeah.
What in the fuck was T-rantula thinking when he decided his gimmick was that he was going to be a spider?
His
He
chest hair.
fucking looks like Bray Wyatt.
His chest hair was really long.
His back hair was really long, and I think that's really the key.
Is that what it was?
He was hairy like a tarantula. That's my best guess, because I saw this man. He looked like a distant Wyatt family member. He was taller than Luger. He had a much worse physique.
Yes.
Very lumpy. Both jobbers had the bald spot mullet, which every jobber ever should have. And T-rantula, this 6'6" lump of a man, has spider webs all over his tights, tarantula on his ass, and all I could figure was he's hairy like a tarantula. That's why he calls himself that.
By the way, the Undertaker's sporting that hairstyle nowadays.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Kendall Grove, by the way,
Just saying.
was 6'6". So that's 4 inches taller than you, Vinny,
Yeah.
and 185 pounds.
Yes.
That's lanky.
This man was maybe 6 feet tall and 485 pounds.
Yes.
Maybe that's a little excessive.
Yeah, it's a little much.
He was no spider.
What did Kendall Grove weigh?
185.
According to Google, former NBA star Manute Bol, 7'7", 201.
You could call him the fucking spider.
He would it fit?
If he dropped something in the sewer, he could get it.
Maybe T-rantula was like the big fat round part of the spider. Is that what he could be?
The thorax.
Yes.
Ooh.
Why do they call him thorax?
Craig dropping
That's way
knowledge.
fucking better than T-rantula. Why don't you start again?
The thorax?
You can just call yourself thorax.
No, 2 words. Thorax.
Oh, I like it.
You're a Viking with an axe.
And I'm Norwegian.
Fucking
Perfect.
T-rantula. Jesus Christ. I gotta
This
find out who
match-
this guy was.
This match was much more entertaining than anything Joe Gomez did.
His last name better have been Rantula. And his first name was like,
Todd.
Tim.
sure, Tim.
So, Giant took the whole match. He chokeslammed Knuckles. He's about to chokeslam
Are you kidding me? This guy's got a Wikipedia.
as well.
That's fucking way longer than mine.
There's a drop.
Dude, seriously.
There it is again.
Honest to God, I think T-rantula's Wikipedia is longer than Abe Lincoln's. I'll just send this fucking thing to you. He had to have written this.
Is this a pic file?
No, I'm
Are you
just sending
Snapchatting
you
me?
the goddamn link. Okay, hold on a minute. Seriously. T-rantula. His name is David Yunkins. He had to have written this. Let me just read the first paragraph. David Yunkins, better known by his ring name T-rantula, is a semi-retired American pro wrestler, trainer, promoter. He was one of the top heels in Pennsylvania during the 90s, described as a local legend in his hometown of Pittsburgh. Contents. Early life, pro wrestling career. Early career, Steel City Wrestling, Pro Wrestling Express, World Championship Wrestling, Extreme Championship Wrestling, Pro Wrestling Express, Independent Circuit, Pro Wrestling Express, Steel City Wrestling, Far North Wrestling, Independent Circuit, International Wrestling Cartel, Far North Wrestling, Semi-Retirement, Far North Wrestling, Pro Wrestling Express, Person Life, In Wrestling, Championships and Accomplishments, References, and External Links.
You know what you glossed over there? After Pro Wrestling Express, it reads 2013 to present.
Yes!
You can still go watch T-rantula wrestle.
He's still around.
I also like here over on the right, it says ring names. There's T-rantula, T with a dash rantula, T-ranchula, like ranch dressing, John Manson, and then in the middle there, T. Von Rantula.
T-Von Rantula. He's got a lot of titles.
He's trained by Dominic DeNucci. Maybe
He was the Masters of Mayhem, the Mom television champion. I apologize for not giving T-Rantula the respect he deserved.
We're going to get him on the phone now like we did the other fella?
There's a whole segment here about how on September 19, 2001, T-Rantula lost to Doink the Clown on a big-time pro wrestling show at the Delaware County Fair. I need to go through my Wikipedia and just add every B&I Marketplace match that I ever had.
Nicknames: The Giant, T-Rantula.
Brian Alvarez beat Roach Redding on March 21, 2001 at the B&I Marketplace in Tacoma, Washington. Part 3.
PWI ranked T-Rantula number 155 of the 500 best singles wrestlers
Motherfucker, I never even made the top
in
500.
1995.
Jesus.
So what I loved about this match was...
There's more?
Yes, actually, this is important. Giant goes the whole way. He destroys two men by himself. He clearly has the match won. Then, just to be nice to let his friend Lex hit his big move, he tags Lex in.
This is even better.
It is. Lex goes to hit a power slam on the torture rack, but before he can get the rack, Giant pins the other guy. So essentially, he stole the pin.
He did.
After giving it away.
I watched it and I thought, Giant just turned heel again. But he didn't. They just fucked up.
So, Gene goes to interview Lex and Giant on the ramp. I love that the result of the main event of the pay-per-view is essentially null and void. They mentioned a few times, yes, the NWO now, they can get some title matches or something. But everyone is so happy because Sting turned on them. And he stood by WCW. Lex says, I now believe in Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and the Tooth Fairy. Talked about how proud he was of the Giant and the Steiners for the way they had fought, even though they had lost. He rambled on for a bit and said, Sting is back, and that's all that matters. And they showed from the pay-per-view, Sting was working over the outsiders with a baseball bat and threatening Hogan. Still not clear when this happened, although by the end of the show it was.
Can I add one more thing about T-Rantula?
Absolutely.
His Wikipedia here, under ring names, they make sure to include both T.Rantula and T-Rantula.
Yes.
Those are different ring names.
Well, when you're ordering your gear, you want to make sure you know which one you have. It's very important when you're sending that into a
God bless this guy.
Who makes gear anymore?
I have great respect for any man who's entered the ring, especially with the Giant.
Yeah, that's a fair point.